Okay, so this is the solutions to last night's homework. So we had a square and we were just given one side, but we know that all four sides in a square are equal. So I add 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11 and I get 44 centimetres. Here I have another square, it's 15 centimetres, so all four sides have to be 15 centimetres and I get that answer to be 60 centimetres. My next one then is another square and it's 8.5, so I add 8.5, 8.5, 8.5 and I get 34 centimetres. Okay, this one then, I have my 8, I have 5, I'm missing this and I have 6, okay? Right, I know that the full way from here to here, okay, has to be the same as the full way from here to here. So from here to here, that would be 6, about 6 will be covered in there. And then from here to here would be 5. So I get 5 plus 6 and that gives me 11. So all of this length is 11 centimetres. Okay, and now I need to find out what all this length here would be. Okay, so if I know that the whole way across is going to be 14, and if I know as far as here is 8, I can just go to get this part to this part. I go 14, take away 8, and that gives me 6. So then I add my 8 plus 11 plus 14 plus 6 plus 6 plus 5, and I get 50 centimetres. And then the next one that I have this is 4 centimetres, this is 14. Okay, so this, look, if I was to break it up, it's a little rectangle, okay, and we know the opposite sides in rectangle are also going to be equal. Okay, so this side is 4, that means over here it has to be 4. Okay, right, the whole length from here to here is 14, and I know from here to here has to be 4. So then I'm missing basically, so 14 take away 4, I'm missing 10 centimetres. So I take this, so I divide that because this is going to be the same as this length, and I get 5 centimetres and 5 centimetres. Okay, and then if this side is 10 centimetres, over here has to also be 10 centimetres. So I add it all up and I get my answer as 56 centimetres. Okay, and then for the last one, I have the full height of it is 40, I have this is 22, and I have this is 22, and I have all over here is 48. If I know that the full way across is 48, and as far as here is 22, I'll be able to find out what this part should be, which is going to be the same as down here. I'll go, it's 48, take away 22, and I get that's going to give me 26 metres, this part. And if I know that the full way across is 40 metres, and if I know up as far as here is 22, I'm looking to find out what as far as here would be. So it's 40, take away my 22, and I get 18 metres. And that's answer when I add everything up, I get 176 metres. Okay, so then I asked you girls to take down this converting lengths. Okay, so if I'm going from a kilometre to a metre, I need to multiply by 100. If I'm going from a metre to a centimetre, I need to multiply by 100. If I'm going from a centimetre to a millimetre, I need to multiply by 10. Okay, so it's really important that we learn off this table. But if I'm going from a millimetre to a centimetre, I divide by 10. And if I'm going from a centimetre to a metre, I divide by 100. And if I'm going from a metre to a kilometre, I divide by 100. So it tells me whether I'm going to have to multiply or divide. Right, so I'm asked, okay, so 3 metres is equal to, and I need to get it into centimetres. Okay, so I look here at my table. Here's metres. From metres to centimetres, I need to multiply by 100. So I get 3 multiplied by 100, and that gives me 300 centimetres. Then what I have is I have 3.6 metres, and I once again need to get it in centimetres. So metres to centimetres, I need to times it by 100. So it's 3.6 multiplied by 100, and that gives me 360 centimetres. Then I have 0.7 metres, and once again, because I'm going to centimetres, I need to multiply by 100, and I get 70 centimetres. And the same here, 0.53 multiplied by 100, I get 53 centimetres. For question 4 then, I had 5 centimetres is equal to 5. Okay, so I'm going from centimetres to millimetres. Okay, so centimetres, oh, I can't see it on the camera, 1 minute. So from centimetres to millimetres, I need to multiply by 10. That's my rule. Okay, so then 5 multiplied by 10 gives me 50 millimeters. I'm going from millimeters to centimeters again. So from millimeters to centimeters. Okay, so this time I'm going from millimeters. I start at millimeters, but I want to go to centimeters, so it tells me I need to divide by 10. That's my rule here. So what I have to do is I have to go 45 divided by 10 gives me 4.5 centimeters. Right, here I'm going from centimeters to millimeters. So I need to look at, okay, what's my rule from centimeters to millimeters? So I start at centimeters and going to millimeters, I need to multiply by 10. Okay, so centimeters to millimeters, I go 6.5 multiplied by 10 and I get 65 millimeters. Here I'm going from millimeters to centimeters. So I look up at my little table again and I'm going from millimeters. Okay, so millimeters is here to centimeters, so I'm going this way and I have to divide by 10. That's my rule. So I get 2.4 or 280 divided by 10 is equal to 28 centimeters. Now I'm going from meters to centimeters. Okay, so I look at my table here. I'm going from meters to centimeters, so you always follow the arrow, meters to centimeters, so I need to multiply it by 100. Okay, so my rule then, so from meters to centimeters multiplied by 100, I get 240 centimeters. Now I'm going from meters to centimeters again, so it's the exact same rule. I multiply by 100 and I get 75 centimeters. Okay, and then the last question that you have for your homework was, which measurement is bigger? So 25 centimeters or 80 millimeters. So what I did, girls, is I put them all into the one unit and I chose to put them into centimeters here. So I know if I look at my table and I want to go from centimeters to millimeters, I need to divide by 10. So my answer is 8 centimeters. So my answer then would have to be, the biggest one here is 25 centimeters. Then the next one I had is 8.5 centimeters or 90 millimeters. So I put 90 millimeters into centimeters, and I know if I look at my table to go from millimeters to centimeters, I need to divide by 10 and I get that's 9 centimeters. So then in this case 90 millimeters is actually greater than 8.5 centimeters. And then the last one that I have is 25 centimeters or 0.25 meters. Okay, so I put everything into centimeters, so I have 24 centimeters, or to go from meters to centimeters, I need to multiply by 100. So what I get is 25 centimeters. So the one that's actually bigger is 0.25 meters.